Hi, y'all. It's James Quantum Mechanic. Today we're going to be talking about a new ratchet I just picked up. You got to know it. The new G2 from Icon. I literally just bought this today. I haven't used it. I've played with it a bunch. It sounds great. But I'm going to give you guys some first impressions on it, like a little review. So I absolutely love these Matco style locks. If you guys have seen my other videos on ratchets, you should check it out if you haven't yet. But basically, I tell you guys how much I love these Matco style locks. The snap-on locks suck so much that I refuse to buy a snap-on ratchet that has the lock on it. So this is just a free-floating flex head. I've had this one for a while now, and it actually works really great. The head hasn't gotten too much play into it. It's got a nice tight, head to it, and this thing works really well. It's a short handle like this it does serve its purpose. When the long handle is just a little bit too long to get into places. But then also we have these, and I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but we have these gear wrench locks, flex head locks that are on both sides as well. These ratchets are absolutely fantastic. Probably a better buy than this Icon here, but honestly I had the McDonald's syndrome and I just wanted it. One of the great things about Harbor Freight is they're all over the place, so I can just walk in, get what I need, and walk out. So anyway, I've been waiting on these to come in stock, and this one's been great. I picked up this Icon a while back, and they're just about the same length there. I think they're both 14 inches, but I wanted something longer than my Matco wrench there, because I wanted something that I could add a little bit more leverage to, because I live in the 3/8 world as much as I can. I hate grabbing 1/2 inch. So, if I got a 22 millimeter and I want to, really put some leverage on it, this is the one I'll grab. And just after the first week, I've already gotten, I don't know if you can hear it, I've gotten some slop in the head already. It's not too bad. It doesn't move around, but it definitely feels a bit sloppy. The mechanism's nice, and I've put a lot of torque on this thing, significantly more torque than probably what it's rated for. But it's held up really nicely. My problem is I really, really don't like non-locking flex heads. I literally bought this to try it out, and the head is a little bit kind of big. Not that it really matters for something this long. But anyway, I'm excited to try this. The hard handle's really nice. It's got a nice little finger recess groove in there. Like I told you guys before, I've learned to love these soft handles. This is a snap-on Synergy, and you can kind of tell that the head thickness, the Icon's a little bit thicker. The Gen 1 Icon here on the right is kind of a lot bit thicker. You can see that there, a little bit thicker there. Anyway, so yeah, the handles, and I have 3 different soft grips. So I have the semi-hard soft grip handle from Snap-on here. That's the kind of the traditional soft grip here, and then you have the Icon. And in the hand, I wear gloves, so it's not a huge difference. I would say the closest comparison is probably the traditional soft grip from Snap-on, and you could see, it also has that kind of like finger groove in both of them. They're pretty close to each other. No surprise there. Even the part numbers are kind of in the same spot. But yeah, that head thickness on the Snap-on and the new ones, this is the Synergy. This is I don't have any dual 80s on the van. This is probably the same thickness as a dual 80 if I was a guessing man. Still doesn't really hold a candle to the Matco. Even though, like I said before, the thin head is kind of gimmicky still nowadays. But anyway, yeah, and then something that I care about as well is how close these are those gray pneumatic ultra thin duo sockets that are absolutely fantastic. If you guys are looking for sockets, pick those up. I keep them in the van because they're great. Anyway, how close does it really set to the head there? And it's got a little bit of play right there. Let's compare it. And one of the great things about a locking head, when I go to take this socket off because there's no push button, it's kind of a pain, and grabbing it here is just not the most fun thing. So locking it makes it a lot easier to pull it off. I mean, it's a minor thing, but it's something. When you're doing this every day and you're swapping sockets 100 times a day, those little seconds add up. All right, let's add that. Let's compare this to the Matco. Right, a little bit of play there. This thing is old. I've had this thing since 2008, I think. This thing is absolutely old, and that's a testament to the American-made products that you can get. Where's your money going? What are you paying for, really? Rather than Taiwanese or American. Anyway, sorry. Let's try this snap-on here. Got a little bit of play too, so pretty normal, right? I'd expect to see a little bit of play. So all three of them are around about the same, but they all sit pretty flush to the head, which is nice. Okay. Anyway, I digress there. Yeah, so first impressions are absolutely fantastic. I'm actually really excited to start using this. I'm probably going to take this one and chuck it. I don't need that anymore. So I'm actually really excited to start using it. The head feels really smooth. I'm not going to break it down and tear it apart or anything, but the head feels really smooth. I'm just excited to start using it. I'll probably do a short on this thing a couple weeks from now to give you guys my final impressions, or if I've had a chance to break it. But this will be the ratchet I grab first for the next couple weeks. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And if you guys have one and it's been great for you, let me know in the comments below.